Well, getting ready. We leave for Uganda about 10 o'clock, 10:30 on Wednesday morning. And I've already got my two medium-sized suitcases packed, full of stuff. You know, you take presents and gifts and books and all kinds of materials. But the office is here. I don't think I've ever shown anyone the office. Well, I do want to show people this. Let me just turn the camera around. So this is the kind of setup. I've got a teleprompter there for when I record faith lifts, and then two screens, keyboard, and underneath all this paperwork is a little sound mixing desk. So then we've got Ruben's iPad. This is Ruben's desk, and he comes in here mornings and some evenings to just be with Daddy. But it is a bit of a mess because we did have an office, a 3-person office that Gareth is working in, and I had to condense it all into one. So that's been going on for quite some time. But some of you may remember I was asking you to let us know where you lived in order to put a pin on the map. So we had quite a lot of people that come and read the devotional from the UK. But as we're going along now, there's quite a lot from India, Bangladesh, Philippines, even China, South Korea, down as far as Australia, New Zealand. And I haven't gone very far west, sorry. There's quite a lot of pins to put in America. So it's quite a global enterprise now. We're still a relatively low numbers for what I'd like, but it's amazing what God's doing. And then, this is my ordination certificate from South Africa, my PhD certificates, and that's a little letter I had from King Charles. As well then as some pictures of some friends that when I come through, very often I'll just be praying for people. And as people send little thank you cards in, I'll put them up on the wall. And that stick there is Mike's walking stick. If you remember, Mike's got cerebral palsy and he's actually just been in hospital. So I'm going to see the state of play there. What they think is going on, let me turn the camera around. What they think is going on is that Mike has one leg shorter than the other. The bone growth in one leg wasn't as prolific as in the other leg. So they plan to do an operation. I've got to find out more when I get to Uganda, to break the shorter leg and then put like a metal contraption around it to stretch the bone, and that will go on for a few months. But they reckon that if he has that, and when he has that, he'll be able to walk much more comfortably, which I'm really pleased about. So unpleasant for Mike in the short term, but long term I think it would be very, very good for him. So don't forget, be praying for us. I'm going to send out an email in the morning that's got our itinerary on it, what we're doing day by day and where we're going. As normal, Gareth is going up to Lugazi, which is about, I'd say 80 kilometers away from Kampala, where I'll be for a couple of days. He's preaching in Pastor Fred's church there, and also then speaking into the lives of about 400 pastors on Monday the 29th, if I'm not mistaken. So there's plenty of meetings, discussions with pastoral groups. I've got about, just trying to think now, 7 people coming from different parts of Uganda and Kenya who are potential candidates to have their churches built. So we'll queue them up and do them one by one. But to see the impact of working with the churches in Kampala, KJP, and Lugazi, GCC, it's had a dramatic effect on the local society around. So thank you so much if you've contributed to that. I've got myself one of these new little gizmo cameras for this trip because I want to show you as much as I can with little excerpts, which I'll put on YouTube as a YouTube short. So hopefully be doing that every day as long as we get a good enough internet connection. But thank you so much for praying. I know many of you can't give, and there's no problem with that. You can pray. That's as precious. So make sure you are praying. It's a long way. We're flying in through Kigali. Let me just turn the map again, turn the camera to the map. So from the UK, we're literally flying all the way down here to Rwanda, where we change planes and then fly straight back up into Uganda. So that bit's only about 40 minutes. It's that bit up there. It takes about 8 hours to get to where we are. Fly from London. And then we got to get to the airport in the first place. Unfortunately, the hotel that we're staying in this time is just around the corner from Entebbe Airport, so we won't have much of a trek once we're there. So that's me over and out. Thank you for listening, praying, seeing my little office, and I just pray now that everything will go according to plan in Jesus' name. God bless.